All right there, boys and girls. Today we're going to be installing a gooseneck hitch on my 2002 F-150. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it turns out all right. This will be the first time I've ever installed a gooseneck hitch on a truck, so we'll see how it goes. But there's my box of goodies that I got. Comes with supposedly everything you need. Don't have to drill or anything on your frame. But we'll see how it goes. I got this flatbed on here. And I'm not sure if it sets up high enough for me to get everything on there or not, or if I'm gonna have to cut these two brackets off of here and move them and do a little bit of re-welding and whatnot, or maybe possibly raise my bed up some. We'll see how it goes. But I may take the floor out of the bed since it's just a wood floor. But yeah, make sure you guys stick around and watch. We'll see how it ends up. Get this old truck turned around and we'll start working on it. Gotta take one of those on the other side. Yank these side boards off. Maybe a couple of them bed floor slots out. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. This problem here I'm running into with my truck, the way this bed's set on here, is when I flip this rail up, I've not got enough room between my bed rail and my frame. So what I'm gonna do is just loosen up those brackets, and I got bolt up there in front holding it. I got, I think, 5 bolts on this side and 5 on the other. I sprayed them down with some PB Blaster. I'm gonna let those soak for a second, and I'm gonna yank them bolts out, and then I'm gonna jack the bed up probably a little bit, see if that gives me enough room, and then I'm gonna try to get that hitch all mounted up the way it goes, and then I'll probably see how much I gotta raise the bed up, and we'll go from there. I might have to get some kind of different bracket set up there, or I might have to make me some longer brackets or something. I'll have to level my bed up or something again. But there's my floor out. My boy, my helper. But got the floor out. I took 4 boards out. That gives me plenty of room, so I can, just makes it easier so I can see and bolt everything together a lot easier. You're supposed to not even have to take your bed off. Really, you wouldn't have to be jacking your bed up or anything like that on your regular trucks if they got the stock bed on them. So, but that's where I'm at right now. All right, guys, I got my bed up. I got those brackets off there. Just broke them off with a crescent wrench for now. But there's my first 2 pieces of angle in there. It's got notches where they fit over the frame, and it says the back one has 3 notches on the angle. It's got 2 notches on the bottom, and it's got 1 notch on the top there. And your front one has just 2 notches on the bottom, and that's it. But your holes and your angle should be down, and they should be facing each other. So when you go to bolt everything together, your bolt holes you'll be able to put bolts through your angle and your hitch plate. So there's what it looks like so far. We'll try to get the rest of it on there and see what it looks like. All right, guys, I got this side all pretty well bolted up, or I got the side plate and a clamp bolted up. It's pretty simple. It comes with really easy directions, or really good directions, I should say, rather. But you're supposed to put a bolt here if you had the emergency brake mounting bracket, because usually they're mounted onto the frame, but this one wasn't. Somebody's already had this emergency brake line just ran through here, this bump stop. So I just left it because the emergency brake don't even work. I'm gonna have to fix it sometime. But here's what this side looks like. It's pretty simple. What you do is you put this, it's like a clamp almost. I'll show you on the driver's side, but you put it around the frame, and it's got a stud on top of it, and you slide it through the hole here, put a lock washer and a nut on it. On the bottom, you put a bolt, a lock washer and a nut through these holes on the side plate and the clamp. And then you just got this big 3/4 bolt. You got a slotted hole on your frame here, and you just put this bolt through the big hole on your side plate, and they come with little pipe spacers, like, I don't know, they're probably like 1/2 inch spacers or something. You put it behind the side plate, in between the side plate and the frame, and then you just push it through the hole, and then you put a big 3/4 washer, a lock washer, and a nut on the back side. We'll show you the back side here real quick. There's the big bolt, the washer and the lock washer and the nut on the back side. But we'll try to get this, we'll get a little video of me putting this side on here for you so you can see that. But it goes together pretty easy. I'll get my stuff here together to get it ready, and we'll see if we can get this side. All right, guys, first thing you want to do is, there's your clamp. It goes around your frame. You're better off doing this from underneath. So run this thing up underneath here. It says you're supposed to place this clamp about 6.5 inches in front of your slotted hole right here. So then you take your side plate and you kind of wedge it down in this little lip here, whatever you want to call it, and slide the hole right on this stud here, kind of something like that. And then you take your lock washer, put on there on that stud, and then you take your nut and put on there. Then after you get that, take your bolt with your nut and your lock washer, and you pull this up, and you got a hole in your side plate and a hole in your clamp down here at the bottom. If you guys can see that or not, you take your lock washer, put it on there, and you take your nut and put it on there. And now you want to try to get this lined up. You want to leave your bolts loose so you can kind of move everything around a little bit easy. But then right here, you got your slotted hole in the middle of your frame, and you got this big hole in your plate right there. You'll take your big bolt, put through the side plate there, then you got these little washers that goes in between your side plate and your frame. You put it back there. And then you got your big washer, your lock washer, and your nut that goes on the back side. I'll take you guys around here. That's what it looks like on the back side with your bolt through. You put your big washer, your lock washer, and your nut on there. Now I'm sure you guys have still got the regular truck beds on here. It's going to be a whole lot harder because you're going to have to be crawling up underneath your truck to do all this. But me, I just took these couple wood boards off my bed. I can get right into it real easy. But there's that. You want to leave all your bolts and stuff, all the nuts loose. But like I said, I'm no mechanic or nothing, but this hitch here, it comes with some pretty good directions, so I'm pretty sure if you're somewhat mechanically inclined, you can probably do this. But now on to step 8, I think. But well, I'll get to reading this, go over the directions, and then I'll see what I got to do. I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, now comes the fun part. I'm gonna set this plate in here by myself. You probably want 2 people to do this part here, but I mean, I'm sure you could do it with one person, but you'll probably have to have something to help hold this up for you up on here if you got your regular truck bed on here. But you want to make sure that you're putting your locking pin on your driver's side, face it towards your driver's side anyway. But take six of these 1/2-inch bolts here. You want to put a washer on the outside, flat washer, and then you want to put your locking washer and your nut up on your plate, so it'd be kind of on the inside there. So I'll see if I can get this thing down in here and get a bolt started. See how hard this is going to be. Yeah, I'd say you'll definitely want some help to get this thing up in here and get these bolts started. There's my first bolt. You want to leave all your bolts loose until you get everything exactly where you need it, I assume. This plate is going to have to go way over this way. My bed's going to have to go up a little bit. Get this bracket over here. Oh, there you go. Once when you get 2 bolts in it, across from each other, it ain't too bad. There we go. I got 2 bolts in across from me. I put my 2 middle bolts in first. One here, one over here on each side. I'll put them other 2 bolts in on the outsides. That'd be 4 bolts altogether. Then we'll start mounting it to them side plates there. All right, guys, we're back on the side of the frame here, underneath the truck, whatever you want to call it. But I got my center plate and my angles all mounted together up under the truck. I didn't tighten anything down yet, but now it says to bolt your angle to your side plate of your hitch. So what you want to do is take your 1/2-inch bolt, slide it through your side plate here. You gotta get your hose kind of lined up there, and then take a flat washer, put on there a lock washer, and then a nut, and put through just like that. And you got to put one on the front here, and then you got to do 2 on the other side also as well. So I'll get them in, then we'll go to the next step. There's what it looks like, you guys, with everything all bolted in pretty well. I got everything bolted loosely, but it says you want to make sure your side plates are square with one another. Make sure everything's all even. Then you got to tighten everything up. It gives you the spec and everything to tighten all your bolts to. I'm going to go ahead and tighten them all down to spec is what it says. But I got a few other things I might have to do here. This cross member in my bed, it may have to be moved. I'm going to try to use it without moving it, but I'm probably going to have to move this cross member right here eventually. I'll probably just go ahead and do that here real soon, because I already got half my bed off. So I'm going to go ahead and take these other boards off, then I'll cut that pipe and we'll move it forward a little bit, so that way it's out of the way of my hitch there. But you guys shouldn't have that problem if you got your regular bed on here. You guys shouldn't have a lot of the problems that I've had, really. This whole process has taken me probably about I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 hours, probably 3. But that's because I had to raise my bed up, take all the bolts out, those two little brackets that I had right there. So I'm still gonna have more time in this, but that's because I gotta make some brackets, some new brackets for my bed. I'm gonna have to move this cross member on my bed here and a few other things. And I'm gonna have to screw all my boards back down, and I should be ready to go. But I'll get everything tightened up here, and we'll put the ball down in there and see what it looks like. All right, folks, we're up underneath the truck here, putting those safety chain latches in there. All you do is just drop them down through the holes in your hitch, put them little springs on and a nut, and they're good to go. I got these little springs right here. See if I can get them undone here. Kind of hard to film and try to get them springs unwound. But anyway, all you do is slide your spring up on there, put your nut on there, and tighten them down both sides. That's about it. I put my latch on there. Your latch, all you do is slide it through your driver's side here, and it goes through that hole. You slide it back, and then you put a bolt into it right there. You can see the bolt. It's just a little old carriage bolt there. Then you tighten it down, and that's good to go. Simple as that. That's all there is to that. And then we about got this here project wrapped up. Alright, here's the handle on the driver's side of the truck. All you do is pull it out, turn it clockwise, and it kind of catches right here. I'll show you now. Right there, this little metal piece here, when you turn it clockwise, it goes over and it catches right there on that notch. And then your pin's not in there now. So you take your ball, drop it down in there, pull your handle, turn it counterclockwise. I go in there, spring loaded pin. So ball's in there, good to go, good shape. Remove it, pull your handle, turn it clockwise again, pull your ball out, flip it over, drop it down in there, get it out of your way, whatever you need to do. There it is, 2 5/16 ball. I'll go ahead and leave this ball out for tonight. Or, go ahead and grease it up tomorrow, put it back in there. And I gotta do some work to my bed. I may video some of that, so put that on this video. We'll see how it goes. But if I don't, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully this was helpful to somebody. There ain't a whole lot of good videos I could find that really explained it real well, like got down and actually showed you a lot of crap. So hopefully this video here is just a little bit better if anybody was thinking about buying one of these hitches. Seems to be super, I mean, it's not super easy, but it's pretty easy. They give you good directions and everything, so hopefully this video helps out a little bit. But I tried about the best I could on that video, but it turned out pretty well. It should be pretty handy. Got a trailer I gotta go get sometime here soon, so whenever I get my bed all fixed back up, I'll be good to go. Make sure you guys come back and join us for the next video. Thanks for watching again.